Hello. Hi, I can see that there's someone. Thanks for joining. And a warm welcome. It's always lovely to have you here. So, whenever you get to watch this, you know that I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you. Thank you. And so, today I want to talk about a comparison because this is something that we do as people. And honestly, everyone does it. Every single person does it. But now we need to figure out as to where do we draw the line? When does it become an issue? When does it become dangerous? And yes, and so that is what I want to talk about today. Comparing yourself to other people. Now, my take is because we all created differently, all of us. And I'm tempted to say that because there's nothing wrong with it. Because you made it, through all those millions and billions. Do they say that there's billions or million sperms out there that really run and rush to get there? You made it. And that on its own means that there's something special about you. And when I'm saying that there's something special, it means that you are unique. So when you are unique, there is no need for you to compare yourself to any other person. Because again, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And so what I then want to say today is that when we compare ourselves, we usually say, I wish my life was like that person's. I wish I had a body like that. There's just so many different things that we compare ourselves, or rather, we wish for on other people. I wish I had a business, a thriving business. I wish I had a wife, a husband, a relationship like that. And really, it's not really worth it. It's okay. It's okay to want things, but you don't want to be comparing to other people, because when we compare ourselves to other people, this is what we're basically saying. In short, we are saying that I don't believe in myself. I do not believe that I can accomplish that particular thing. And therefore, I have a need to look at that person and start envying them, because that's what comparison ends up doing. You look at somebody else and you start feeling jealous, you start feeling angry. You know what happens? Particularly, I see it a lot on social media. People who are called haters, and I'm not a huge fan for this word, or rather, it's not a word that I use all the time. However, the people that are called haters, I will explain what usually happens with them. They look at people's lives And then they start to, as it dissing them, they start to find faults, they start to find all these negative things about these people, being angry, being jealous, really without any backup, because the people that we see on social media are people we don't even know. We don't know what's really happening. And it's not just social media, by the way, it's just life in general. You could be looking at your neighbor and thinking that, how I wish I had that particular thing. I wish I had that house, whatever it is. But it's really not worth it, because you do not, because all the people that have achieved a certain level of things, whatever those things may be, whatever you look at and wish for, they've done some work. And I think that as people compare, they forget that people, because they see the end product, they don't get to see what happens in the process. And so all these people we see, we're thinking that, oh my goodness, this and that. Like, one would say that, oh, okay, she's looking clean. My goodness, I'm telling you, these eyebrows, hey, look at them. It's an effort. And so one might just think that you've got everything organized, everything in place. It's an effort. It's an effort to sit here. I need to collect myself. I need to be in a certain energy. I need to just, pray that the people who watch it, there's just so much that happens. And by the time this makes it to people, and I'm not just talking about the people that are currently watching, but I'm saying that every single person, including the people that are watching, by the time it gets there, somebody else is looking at things and it's like, oh, wow, it's a miracle, without understanding the process, the times that I had to worry about certain things, the times that I was scared, because it's not easy. And so that is the process that we don't get to see as we start comparing ourselves. And so we're basically saying that if I'm going to compare my life to that person, then I'm not enough. And now I want you to know that you are enough, because once you understand that I am enough, I can do anything, then you don't worry that much about what happens to other people, what happens in other people. In fact, when you see them and look at them and look at their successes, what you basically see is something to aspire for more than anything. And so you're saying, listen, I like that. It would be nice to achieve that without feeling any sense of anger, resentment towards this person that you don't even know in most cases. And so we measure ourselves against other people, and it's just not worth it. I mean, we will never be at the same level at the same time. I graduated my diploma, and when I graduated, for years, I was sitting at home and I started a business. Well, the business was operating, but it wasn't doing as well as I wanted, but I was still surviving. And I was surviving because I was also staying at home, so I had less expenses and so on. Now, someone that may have been looking at me may have thought, wow. That's where comparison comes, because somebody looks at you and they think that, oh, well, this person has this. We don't do that. And so also, I saw a post a couple of days ago on some group that I follow on Facebook. And this person wrote that, I wish that anyone who hasn't reached the success that they want, I wish they know that they will be fine. Well, something along those lines. Well, I guess it's a pretty good post, but now I couldn't help the life coaching me asked a question, and I asked, for with whose standards are you comparing yourself with? Because the only time you will see something wrong with you the only time, I will say that again, the only time you get to see something missing and something wrong with you is because you are feeling unworthy, because you see someone else having it and you think that I'm not worthy, I don't have it, and therefore all these negative things. That is the only time you get to compare yourself. Otherwise, if it wasn't for that, then you would be fine. And now, as you compare yourself, this is what happens. You start trying to be someone else you're not. And whilst you're doing that, you're pretty uncomfortable because it's just not you. Remember, you are unique. You are you. I'm Imitha, and the one best thing I can do is to act myself. I can act best the role of being Imitha and nobody else. It doesn't matter who I aspire to be like whatever that means, because I don't have anyone that I feel that I would like to have to be that person. Not at all. I'm very content with who I am, with my life. But you don't want to be looking at other people and really saying that I wish that was me, because you get a level of contentment when you know who you are, when you know that I can achieve that, and when you find peace, in knowing that I will work on getting that, but it's going to be a process. And also, I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I'm not in a competition except for with myself. And also, you will be fine if you understand that I will work whatever I need to work on. However, I know that there'll always be people that are doing whatever better than me. There will always be people who are more money than me. There will always be, people with a lighter complexion than me, whatever it is. Know that whatever decision you make, you need to find peace within yourself and once more be in competition with yourself. And so, one of the things that I want to advise you to do as you work on less comparison, because remember I said it's a natural thing, but you have to get to a point where you are comfortable with who you are. You need to be able to look at people and realize that, okay, I'm not that person, I am me. I will do what I can with what I have and I will be fine. So some of the things that I want to advise you to do once that comparison comes is, number one, you want to grow yourself. And you can grow yourself through making sure that you find something to focus on. And therefore, that one thing that you want, you don't suddenly want to be an actor when you were never an actor, but just because you see people doing acting suddenly, you want to focus and find that thing that you like. And so find that focus point for yourself and work on that. That is how you empower yourself. Once you are focused on something that you want, you are less likely to see everything out there and start feeling less worthy, less this and that. And the other thing that you can do is find people that inspire you. Once you find those people, you are more or less on working to be on a certain level. But remember, as you work with them, you're not in a competition with them, because some people tend to do that. Now they are granted the opportunity, they do get that chance of being exposed to people, but now they get there and then they start getting envious with people that are actually assisting them. And so that's not the intention. The intention is that you are there to build yourself up. So, granted that opportunity, use it to grow yourself so that you are on the next level. And so, those people who are there will help you because you will be having these people that are close to you that will be guiding you into reaching what you want. And then the last thing that I have for today is to make sure that you are in your lane. I do have a video about what's happening in your lane. Nonetheless, stay in your lane, stick to what you know. I think I just said now that some people would rather take on something that they didn't want because they are seeing someone doing it. And let me tell you something, it will look easy when you're not doing it, but it's not as simple as it may seem until you do it. That's why you'd rather be passionate about it. Because once you're passionate about it, you will most likely stick it out. I think that's the correct word. Is you will stay the course because it is something that you are passionate about. So focus on what you want, sharpen that skill. I am here because I've got passion for inspiring people. When I started this channel, it was never anyone telling me what to do, but I decided myself that this is what I want to do because I'm into motivation, inspiration, and this is how I could use the gift that I have to speak to everyone who has access to me. And so stay in your lane, focus on that, sharpen that skill, and with time you will get better. So stay focused, grow yourself, find people who inspire you, and stay in your own lane. And so with that, I'd like to say that thank you so much for watching. I can see that there's people there. I appreciate you so much. And also, please remember to like and share this video and all my other videos. And the last announcement that I have, yes, I have a strictly for singles. Strictly for singles. What is it called? Live next week on Saturday at 1 p.m. South African time. Strictly for singles. So please invite people, share with people. I would love to talk about this single thing, and really know that I really appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Thanks for being here.